26 seconds. Crazy result. Dragon Claw, this is a very interesting skill. Even Dragon Tail couldn't destroy Diablo so quickly. I tried to make an interesting and yourself build for you. It is not an easy job. I will be very grateful if you subscribe to my channel and like this video. In this video I'll show you how to create a Cannon Dragon Claw build, the highest physical damage in the game. This build is very dependent on physical damage. We need claws that will have maximum damage and different speeds. But I tested search requirements in practice and it turned out that a combination of claws different speeds destroys the enemy more slowly. The difference between the first and second shots is 30%. This is very big difference. Therefore I recommend using the sharp base of identical claws of Scissors Soya. I recommend Guillaume Face because we will be using Crushing Blow and Deadly Strike. The Dragon Claw skill is demanding on attack speed. Deadly Strike is also priority. For maximum damage, I chose shoes that will have bonuses to Crushing Blow and Deadly Strike. The Dragon Claw skill is a melee skill. Therefore, we need equipment that will have cannot be frozen and bonuses to attack rating. There is not belt that increase physical damage. You can use the belt you already have or try a belt that will have bonuses to stretch, dexterity and survivability. It will be very good if you have equipment life leech bonuses. Line of hands. These are very good gloves for our build. They will give you bonuses to attack speed and damage to demons. Chest armor we will use piece. This armor will give you a very important 2 points to critical strike. For our build it is very important to have a critical strike value of at least 15%. We need charms that will have bonuses to attack rating and physical damage. But this is not a critical necessity. Using Tiger Strike and charms, bonuses to martial art skills, we will increase to damage by 15%. Now we can see comparative graph of the dependence of damage on the Tiger Strike skill. We can see the Dragon Claw is not very dependent on Tiger Strike unlike Dragon Tail. So I recommend only using Tiger Strike on HPPL. If necessary, we add the maximum number of points in Tiger Strike. Dragon Claw, this is a basic skill. He does two very short gloves attacks. You can also use the skill to discharge charged charge skills. This will appear to very short discharges. The combination of the skill Dragon Claw and Phoenix Strike looks especially interesting. We deal damage, cold and lighting almost simultaneously. Based on this, you can create a very interesting and effective build. But we will not use charges in this build, although it is quite possible. A very good feature of Dragon Claw is that it can use critical strike. When researching Dragon Claw in practice, it was found that it can deal 6 blows in 1 second. This must be taken into account when calculating damages. I recommend adding Claw Mastery the maximum number of points. This will increase the chance of double damage, critical strike, and add to the total damage. In burst of speed, you need to add so many points that the total attack speed reaches 97%. Weapon block must have at least 15% blocking. This is a very useful skill. We will use the following skill depending on the tactics and conduct of the battle. To reduce our assassin hit chance and increase the enemy's hit chance, I will use Cloak of Shadows. To distract the enemy, we will use Shadow Master. Using the Blade Shield skill, we will cause additional damage to the enemy, then he hits our character. The skill can also be useful if the assassin needs to quickly move around location. I recommend balancing the distribution of stat points. In Dexterity we add points for equipment. We add points to Vitality so that the value of health is 1000. We add all other points to Strength. This distribution will balance maximum damage and survivability. To increase the physical damage, we need a mercenary with the Might Aura. We will use Pride weapon. This weapon will give you a level 20 concentration aura to increase physical damage.